Okay, this video is going to include the electric service entrance and the air conditioning condensing unit and the evaporator coil drain lines. And these systems are pretty close together in the report, and they're pretty close together on the house. And so, at the risk of being confusing, that's what we have. And what we have here is a little outside of even that. It looks like we've got an extension cord, which is a trip hazard, routed to the portable shed, which is beyond the scope of this inspection. They have a little window unit in there. They have a drop light in there. So that's something else right there. So they're really kind of taxing this bootleg circuit that was improperly installed. But that's not why we're here. I mean, it is. This is called the service drop. This electric cable bringing electricity into the house to the weather mast. And some people call it the bell head or the... So this service drop should not be tree limbs. Should not be touching the service drop. And they're not. I don't know if you can see that. They're flirting with it. They're flirting with it. Will they be touching it this spring? You bet they will be. This spring you're going to want to come cut them off. I'm going to write that they're touching it. And then I can be wrong. Okay. This meter has a mounting block. We have an open knockout inside the meter box. You think water can get in there? I do. This weatherhead, okay, it's not supposed to terminate below the roof line. It's supposed to extend 3 feet above the roof line. It's not. I have a still image. This is the dead front cover plate. It's not properly labeled. It's not properly labeled. I'm getting a warning sign. So maybe this is just going to be electrical. Hey, just electrical. Sorry for the false alarm. Okay. Now, there are holes in the dead front. I have a still image where you can stick your finger inside of this. What we have here is copper to copper. It's 200 amps. It's not properly labeled, and we do not have duplicity. Do not have duplicity. And this cabinet was attached to the structure with sheetrock screws. They're faster and tighter, I get that. It should be nails or lag bolts, but not sheetrock screws. If this structure was to experience a tornado, for example, this cabinet would stand a lot better chance of staying attached and safer if it had been properly installed, which it wasn't. Now, this wasn't required when it was installed. This is relatively new, but it's a safety item. L1 and L2 here should have been, there should be little rubber covers over them. Plastic covers, whatever. If you don't know they're hot, you don't belong in this cabinet. I get that. And then this right here, the cover won't stay open. Here, okay, L1, L2. This main neutral, it should be wrapped with white tape. If you don't know that's the neutral, again, you don't belong in this cabinet. But the code says you're supposed to wrap it with tape. Code says that you're supposed to print the information. Printing. This is printing. This is printing. Not handwriting. It's supposed to be printed on the cover plate. These white hots, okay, they're supposed to be wrapped with black. If you don't know that those are hot, again, you don't belong in the cabinet. And right here, these neutrals, right in here, neutrals, they're not supposed to be doubled. I know that's a ground. You can double grounds, but you can't double neutrals. You can ground those double those grounds right there, but you don't double a neutral. Also, the bonding location is supposed to be in here, and it's not. And we have an open knockout down here without a connector, and we're feeding cable through it. And can that cable rub and touch that? You bet it can. You bet it can. And these electric cables and wires are not supposed to be in contact with the dead front cover plate. They're not. I don't see. Okay, how many grounds have we got down here? I mean main grounds. Am I seeing one? Am I seeing any? I cannot ascertain that this cabinet even has a true ground. I can't even ascertain that. I said it's 200 amp, right? Okay, GE. A lot of people want to know. Got another hole in the cabinet right there. Can water get in that? You bet. Alright, we're running out of batteries, so we're not going to do the air conditioning. Yay! Save it for later. Ooh.